Jai Sri Ram, welcome to Bharat Marg, welcome Vinay Ji, thank you for joining us. Today we have a very interesting discussion, friends. Indo Canadians discriminated again and again and again. Conservatives to dump Hindus for K gang. To satisfy the K gang, conservative to discriminate. Okay, it's unbelievable. What happened? I am of the opinion. I know Vinay ji has a little bit of different opinion. I believe these two parties are nothing but two different sides of the same coin. Okay, and they all want to do is please the K gang. Okay, because see, you had to keep in mind, friends. Let's before going to discussion. Okay, both the parties were presented in the farmers' protest. They both spoke against India. Okay, that's why I believe Pierre Poilievre is not the leader who can fix Indian relationship. Okay, even though the Hindus kind of with no other way to go is behind him, I believe. But let's discuss about what is the way out. Okay, and what is the option for Hindus. Let's discuss. With Vinay ji, but before going further, friends, please make sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video, because say when you get connected with the Bharat Marg, we give you as it is. We don't please anybody, nothing. You just come, you get what you have to get. That's it. And make sure to subscribe the channel and also press the notification bell to stay connected. And we are also involved in many seva activities like Sanskrit teaching, Vedic mathematics, and teaching. And in Kumbh Mela, our service will be there, and matrimonial services. All our services are free, friends, and we take dawn, but we don't charge. Okay, but again. Before going further, if you want to support us, do share the video, and also go to bharatmarg.com and press the donate now button and support us. We need your support, or you can contact us in the WhatsApp so that we can help you to donate also. Okay, thank you. And Vinay ji, how do you see this? Means Indo Canadians discriminated. I know that Hindus were saying Pierre Poilievre, Pierre Poilievre. Now he just tucked the tiles in between and ran away. How do you see this?
Well, I'm not sure about the background, why he cancelled or why he has declined to attend a scheduled event. I am only hearing one side of the story from OFIC, the Overseas Friends of India Canada. And the Overseas Friends of India Canada President Shiva he has expressed disappointment over the cancellation, and he's written that in a statement that it's with extreme disappointment and sadness that I'm writing this letter to you, Mr. Pierre Poilievre, to voice our dismay at the office of the leader of opposition cancelling the 24th Diwali celebration on the Parliament Hill. The failure of the politicians to attend this important cultural event, particularly at such a delicate time, sends a clear message to Indo-Canadians that we are being viewed not as fellow Canadians, but as outsiders who are somehow linked to the political actions of a country many of us have ancestral ties to, but no direct connection with. This event was meant to be a joyous occasion to honor Diwali, yet the sudden withdrawal of political leaders has left us feeling betrayed and unjustly singled out. Okay. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times what happens is, events like Diwali, especially Hindu events like, Diwali, Janmashtami, Ugadi, Sankranti, and many other events that are Hindu-centric are regarded as India-centric. And that is a wrong conception and wrong notion of the political leaders, especially in the West, because they have no clue about what the Indian diaspora that lives in Canada, especially, and they kind of feel that every Hindu event is associated with Indianness and India centric and stuff like that. So I just want to make that one point very clear to the politicians who may be listening. that the Hindu festivals are definitely not India centric. They are Hindu centric, and it's a celebration of every Hindu festival, for that matter, has a significance. And this Diwali is significant because it's a victory of darkness over light, or basically evil over the good. So that's basically yes, of the good over the evil. I'm sorry. So that's basically what it is. So it signifies a very very pious, righteous, and I should say a very simple truth that the good always prevails over the evil. Okay, so that's what it is. So it's a very symbolic festival, and I'm disappointed that many of the political leaders have declined to
Vinay ji, let's be fair, okay? Conservative, some of the conservative guys, they come to all Navaratri even so far, okay? And liberals come too, okay? Because these guys will dance for vote, anything they will do. If you say them to bark, they will bark, anything they will do. You know about them, okay? And you know what? But when it comes to pleasing K gang, they think they may offend. You cannot counter argue me saying that both conservative party and both the conservative party and liberal party had representation in the against the farmer for the farmer protest in India, and spoke against India in one way, one way, and this is no new for them.
yeah, but
They have a superiority complex. They want to hate Hindus, and they want to side with anybody who is anti-Hindu or anti India, basically.
I don't believe the Conservative Party is so closely affiliated with the K gang, and I want to make it extremely clear to the viewers as well, because the liberals are already friends with Khalistanis. Okay, so the Khalistanis are completely, in tandem with the liberals, and I don't think they would switch parties. Okay, and for why? Why should they switch parties? Okay, they are extremely affiliated, or supportive of the liberals, and because of the NDP, because NDP also supported the liberals, and NDP is the leader of the K gang, I should say. Mr. Jagmeet Singh, who's a sympathizer, terrorist sympathizer, is with the liberals, and that's why I don't see why suddenly K gang is going to defect to the conservatives. Okay, and a lot of times Pierre Poilievre has himself mentioned, in the parliament and also outside, that he doesn't support, and he doesn't condone any actions that the Khalistanis have done.
let,
Uh,
let, let
so
me let me interject you for a minute, okay? When the Khalistani referendum happened, when the Sikh genocide referendum happened, okay, the Conservative Party abstained from voting in Ontario, okay? I'm just saying you. These are all the truth. It's on the
good
only
point.
one
Good
or two
point you
people who
made. Good
opposed,
point. You made a very good
one
point.
one or two the MLAs or MPPs who opposed it, all were liberals.
Correct. You are
Okay.
extremely right. Extremely right. Because you got to understand that in Canada, the Conservative Party at the federal level has got no connection whatsoever to the Conservative Party in the provinces. No, because it's legally not allowed. You cannot have one. It's not like in India
But
where
they have same principle, right? They
no,
have
no,
same
no, no, no,
principle.
no,
They
no, 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 no,
they
no,
are
no, no,
on the
no, no,
same
no.
principle.
Totally different.
It's
Totally,
not like
because
two different parties.
legally it is not
People
allowed. The
move
head
from
of
here to there.
the PC party in Canada is Doug Ford, and he has got no relationship, not even like brotherhood or anything, with the Conservative Party at the federal level. Okay, so two different scenarios. So I'm not even going to comment on that, because we are not talking at the Conservative Party at the provincial level. We are talking about the Conservative Party at the federal level, and and most important is the federal level, because you know what, this menace that is happening in Canada, the Khalistani menace, is not at a provincial level, it's at the federal level. So somebody at the federal level, a proper leader, a good leader, has to take action and kind of curtail this, or eliminate this. And that's what I'm saying. And going back to what Pierre Poilievre has said, he has always kind of opposed the any violence, anything that these Khalistanis have done, even for Nicher's killing. Actually, he said that in the parliament and outside as well, that you know what, show me the evidence. What India was asking, that's
You know,
exactly what he said. He said, show me the
let,
evidence.
let,
If you have the evidence, let's
let,
present it to India. And then he said, you know what,
let- let-
these
you,
guys, liberals, are just creating a hype because they want to deviate from the Canadian issues that's happening, so that the people can change their focus from the issues that's happening in Canada to something outside.
let me say define you the Conservative Party from a third person perspective, from my perspective. Okay, see, Khalistani votes gets divided into all three parties. Okay, yeah, they get the minimum of it, but they do get a vote, significant vote. They get the
But
seats.
why?
Even
Conservatives
given
have had
what you said about PC party, where Doug Fort is, and other Hindu ministers don't get, the MPPs don't get that much significance as much as the Khalistani gets. Okay, this is one thing. But you said that they are not related. So let's move on to the other subject. You know what? The Liberal Party trying to get Khalistani vote alone, and Conservative Party big time banks on Gujarati vote. They want to divide because it's another larger community here in Canada. Okay, just after the Sikh community, so they want to divide Hindus, and they want, because this man Pierre Poilievre will go to Akshardham and do the lighting there, lamp lighting. That is okay for him. He will go and dance in the Navratri, this thing, Dandiya. That is okay for him. But Deepavali function outside is not okay for him. How do you see this, sir?
I again, I like I said, I'm not privy to why Mr. Poilievre is not going. Maybe he's got some, he's double booked. Maybe he's got some other, pre arranged schedules or something like that. As a politician, a leader of opposition, he's a busy man. So I'm not going to go too much into this, and I'm not completely convinced that Mr. Bhaskar, this president of this organization, has given us the full story, right? So that's why I don't want to go into the full details of that. But the thing is, you got to understand that the issue with uh, you're bringing up, that Mr. Pierre Poilievre is not going because he's supporting the Khalistani gang. I totally deny that, because I don't think that's a true statement, because Pierre Poilievre is not a person who would favor one community because he wants the vote bank from the other community, because the vote bank of the Khalistanis has already been taken by Liberals and NDP. So there's nothing left there. Literally, between the two parties, they've probably got a 50-50 split or a
It's like,
40-60 split. I'm not sure. But
Vinay
there
ji,
is
it
not
is
even
like
1% left. Maybe 1%, but I'm not even sure about that.
Vinay ji, it is like the lover who doesn't still believe the girl doesn't love him. He thinks one of these days, no means never, not now, all those things. That's what is happening with Conservative Party.
No, I mean, like, the conservatives are here because you got to understand that the Canadian people right now have very limited choice. Okay, it's a three-party system. Okay, there are independents and there are many other smaller parties that are of no relevance. But the big three federal parties in Canada are the Liberals, the Conservatives, and the NDP. Okay. And in Quebec, we have the Bloc Québécois. Okay. But Bloc Québécois is not anywhere else, right? So they're confined to Quebec. So in most of the provinces, it's just these three parties. All right. Now, Liberals, we have seen their performance, what they've done in the last 9 years of Justin Trudeau's rule. They've ruined Canada. They've, the crime rate has gone up. The inflation has went up. The prices are going through the roof of every commodity.
I agree with Vinay ji. I agree with all those things. We have done videos on
Right.
it. But you know
And
what?
then
What I
let me
don't
just
agree.
finish. And NDP,
As a Hindu, I getting discriminated by all these
as a
supremacists.
Hindu, you're better off going with
Oh,
the
because he discriminates less.
no, it's not a this is I don't think this is a discrimination. I mean, like, that's what I'm trying to say, because sometimes, you know what, people make it out to be a big deal when some politician declines or whatever. They say, oh, he did not come. I was at a temple just about last week, and actually I'm going to the temple today as well. And I'll be honest with you, it's a pre-Diwali celebration, and one of our conservative local MPs, that lady, she attends no matter what. No matter what, she attends
No,
that function.
see,
Okay,
yeah,
so
these
that is the
functions
commitment. But
always comes. Okay,
I've never seen a liberal guy come in to those temples.
you,
Never.
you know, for example, when we had the 25th anniversary of this thing where I did some string videos, okay, of the Kanishka airline bombing, no conservative showed up. Liberal MPs were there. Okay, NDP was there. Okay, whether you say whatever they are, okay, that's different part of the story. But they were there. But the conservative, the Hindu guys, okay, they wanted to, they think they will get the K gang vote.
No. The reason those guys were there, not to sympathize of the demise of the people or the people who were killed, but they were there to support the Khalistani gang, to say that, you know what, we are not going to condone or anything the Kanishka bombing. So, have you ever heard NDP leader Jagmeet Singh apologizing for what has happened, or at
No,
least
I said
condoning what the
NDP. I
Khalistanis
said
did?
NDP, MPP.
See, again,
Okay.
you're going into the MPP level. MPPs are
Yeah, means
NDP is
MPP.
NDP
What
at
I mean
the
to say is,
federal level and conservative level are two
right.
different parties.
Okay.
Totally two. They have the same name, but they don't have the same leadership. They don't have the same ideologies. They don't have the same doctrines. They don't have the same dogmas. They don't have the same resolutions. They don't have the same processes. So they're totally two different parties.
Now let me ask you something. When I'm talking to many Hindus, they are disappointed. Okay, they think that yeah, what it is right. These guys are one and the same. And will that force the Hindus not get excited, go to the booth to vote? No matter whichever guy comes, they will treat us as a second class anyway. You know, and also not opening the wallet for donations, because they Hindus always want to take picture with anybody and pay money for it, right? You know what I mean? They think one of these days it will come handy.
So what's the question?
Question is, will they sit home not going to the booth? Will it discourage them from getting excited to go and vote?
You mean the general public because of this?
Yeah, general Hindus. I am talking about Hindu
I'm
community.
sure. You know what? I mean, like, the Hindus will
Because
no.
yeah, no matter who comes, you are going to get second grade treatment.
No matter what, the Hindus are committed. Lot of people. They are committed. They go by the books. They follow the law in most cases, and they want it. They feel it's a privilege to go and vote in Canada. Although the Canadian voter turnout is not as high as in many other countries. The minority population in Canada, they are committed to vote because they think it's a privilege. So Hindus are going to vote no matter what. Okay, and they've seen what has gone wrong in the last 9 years. The drama that was played out by Justin Trudeau in the last 9 years, plus what he did in the last year, antagonizing the Indian government and accusing Indian government of false narratives and stuff like that. So that is the thing that the Hindus will do, no matter what. They are going to vote, okay, but they will look at the liberals and say, hey, you know what? This party doesn't deserve my vote because they've totally screwed up this country. They've totally messed up this country. The crime rate has gone up. My safety is at risk. I can't even go out. My carjacking, home invasions, and so on and so forth is on the rise. Okay, it's not on the decline, it's on the rise. All right, and looking at NDP, they know Jagmeet Singh is a pro Khalistani leader, and God help if he comes to power, then you know what, the K gang will be on the road, on the streets, freely touting guns as if this is one of those third world Somalia or some other country, right? So this is what the Hindus have realized. So what is the alternative? The alternative is Conservative Party, I think. And I'm not talking because I'm a member or I'm whatever. I'm not. So I just want to make it very clear to the viewers. I'm just looking at it from my own perspective, that my choice right now is Conservative, and I will not decline my vote to Conservative just because Mr. Pierre Poilievre was unable to attend a Diwali event.
I believe he should put out an explanation why
I think
he
so.
cancelled.
You're 100%. I agree with you.
And if it is not fair and square, people are not going to forgive him.
Absolutely, I
Okay,
agree with
and
you.
you play a racist card and you play same Trudeau politics, because see, people when they say conservative, they think of Stephen Harper, who has been friends with India.
He was one of the best prime ministers in
Yeah,
Canada.
means now can he match that stature? Only time can
I
say.
don't, because Pierre Poilievre is not yet the prime minister. Let him come into power and let him prove himself.
Yeah, but I'm done. No, your last word, Vinay.
My last word again. You know what? I am not saying that Mr. Bhaskar is wrong or right or whatever, but at the same time, I think I totally agree with your last point that you made, that Mr. Pierre Poilievre or the Conservative Party should issue a statement as to why he was unable to attend and what's the reason, and apologize for the thing or whatever it is, and say that, hey, whatever reason I couldn't attend. And I totally agree with you. That's a good point you brought up.
Absolutely. Thank you, Vinay ji. Thank you, friends. What do you think of this whole chaos of Conservative Party? The Hindus feel they do the same second grade treatment like the Liberal Party. What do you think, and what options Hindus have? What do you agree with Vinay ji or disagree? Do comment and let us know. We will love to hear your opinion. Thank you, Vinay ji. Looking forward to
Thank you.
seeing you very, very soon in the next
Absolutely.
video. Till then, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram.